So, you're thinking about buying a home. Awesome. Your head's probably spinning with things like interest rates, down payments, all that stuff. But what if I told you that the most important deadline for your dream home, well, it isn't set by your realtor, it's actually set by the IRS? Yeah. Let's get into that surprising connection.
So let me ask you, is 2026 your year? The year you finally get the keys to your very own place? If you're nodding your head right now, then you need to listen up, because what you do, or more importantly, what you don't do, this tax season could be the one thing that makes or breaks that entire dream.
You see, there's this kind of hidden hurdle in the home buying process. It's one that trips up so many aspiring homeowners every single year, and they don't even see it coming. And it all boils down to one simple thing: how and when you file your taxes.
Okay, so let's start with the basics, the timeline. Tax season is officially upon us. And if you're a potential homebuyer, getting a grip on these key dates isn't just about, avoiding late fees. It's about strategically setting yourself up for success.
Now, when you look at the calendar, you'll see two big dates. April 15th, right? That's the one everybody knows. It's the big, scary deadline. But for you, as a future homeowner, the most important date is actually way earlier, January 26th. That's when the IRS opens its doors. And let me tell you, that early window, it isn't just a suggestion. It is your secret weapon.
So why is getting in early so critical? Because it helps you jump right over what we're calling the hidden hurdle, a bunch of new challenges that could make this particular tax season really tough for anyone trying to get a mortgage.
To really get the picture, you have to understand the sheer scale of this thing. The IRS is getting ready for 164 million tax returns. Think about that line. Every single one of those is a potential delay. And for someone applying for a mortgage, being at the back of that line isn't just an inconvenience, it's a huge risk to your whole plan.
And this year, that line could be moving slower than ever. I mean, it's basically a perfect storm. We've got new tax laws making things more complicated, updated forms that are causing some confusion, and on top of that, possible IRS staffing issues could slow everything way down. Each one of these is a potential roadblock between you and your new front door.
Okay, so an IRS delay is a big problem. We've established that. But how does that actually hit your mortgage application? To get that, we need to switch gears and look at this whole thing from your lender's point of view. Why do they care so much about your tax return anyway?
Well, it all comes down to one little term: mortgage verification. Think about it. Before a bank lends you hundreds of thousands of dollars, they need official, rock-solid proof that you make what you say you make. And your processed tax return from the IRS, that is the absolute gold standard. It's not optional, it's a must-have.
Just look at how it fits into the whole process. Right after you submit your application, like almost immediately, the lender is going to ask for your recent tax returns. It's literally the key that unlocks the door to the next stage, the underwriting and verification. Without that key, the whole process just grinds to a dead stop.
And the fallout from a delay? It's bad. It's not just one little piece of the puzzle that's at risk here. It's everything. From getting your initial pre-approval all the way to your final closing date, a holdup with your tax verification can put the entire thing in jeopardy. It's like a domino effect that can topple your dream of buying a home.
Okay, so that's the problem. It sounds a little stressful, I know. But the good news is there is a super simple, proactive solution. So let's talk about your path to approval and the single best strategy you can use to stay way ahead of this curve.
The core advice couldn't be simpler, but man, is it powerful. File early and keep everything organized. When you do this, you're not just checking a box on your to-do list. You are actively turning the financing process from a stressful, nail-biting waiting game into a smooth, predictable path to closing day.
And the difference this makes is just night and day. On one side, you file early, you've got a smooth road ahead, your documents are ready for the lender, and there's way less stress. But on the other side, if you wait, you're looking at a bumpy, uncertain journey where you're gambling with delays and putting your closing date at risk. The choice is pretty clear, right?
So what's the bottom line in all of this? It's really about shifting your perspective. Tax season doesn't have to be this hurdle you have to clear. If you play your cards right, it can actually become your single biggest advantage in the home buying game.
So here it is, the main takeaway. For anyone who wants to buy a home, your tax return is so much more than just a way to get a refund. It's a foundational piece of your financial story. It's the document that proves to lenders that you are ready to make your next big move.
So this year, as you're gathering all your W-2s and receipts, ask yourself something more than just, am I going to meet the deadline? Ask yourself, am I preparing for my future? Is your tax return ready to unlock the door to your dream home?